You're looking at one of the most effective pest killers in your garden right now, and you probably have no idea it's even there. It's small, it's green, it's almost see-through. And if you've ever noticed it at all, you likely brushed it off a window or shooed it away without a second thought. That was a mistake. And by the end of this video, you'll never make it again. That delicate little insect, called the green lacewing, is quietly doing more work in your garden than almost anything else you could introduce, buy, or spray. Most people know vaguely that it's a good bug. Maybe you've heard it eats aphids. And sure, that's true. But the full picture is so much stranger and more impressive than that, and almost nobody talks about it. So that's what we're doing today, going through the real biology of this insect, the parts that will genuinely change how you see it, starting with something that will mess with your head a little. What you think is one species of green lacewing is almost certainly not one species at all. Scientists studying these insects discovered something remarkable in the 1990s. They started analyzing the sounds lacewings make to attract mates, and they realized that what everyone had been calling a single species was actually at least 20 completely different species that look absolutely identical to each other. You cannot tell them apart with your eyes, not even under a magnifying glass. The only thing that separates them is their mating song. And even calling it a song is a stretch, because they don't make any sound you can hear. They vibrate their abdomens up and down, and those vibrations travel through the stem of whatever plant they're sitting on. The plant itself becomes a private communication channel. Two lacewings of different cryptic species can be sitting centimeters apart on the same leaf, and when one sends its signal through the stem, the other doesn't react at all. Total silence, complete reproductive isolation, hidden inside a behavior invisible to us for centuries. So when you buy a packet of lacewings from a biocontrol supplier, labeled as Chrysoperla carnea, there's a real chance that packet contains several of these cryptic species mixed together, some of which may not even be suited to your local climate. The industry has been mass-rearing what it thought was one standardized insect for decades, and it turns out the situation is considerably more complicated. That's not a knock on biocontrol, it's just a reminder that nature tends to be more layered than the label suggests. But the hidden species thing, as wild as it is, isn't even close to the most impressive thing about this insect. That comes from the larvae. When a green lacewing egg hatches, what emerges looks nothing like the elegant adult. The larva is small, aggressive, and built almost entirely around one purpose: killing things. Its mandibles are hollow and curved like tiny sickles, and they work as a syringe and a straw at the same time. The larva grabs a prey insect, drives those mandibles in, injects digestive fluid into the body, and then drinks the liquefied contents back out. The whole process takes under 90 seconds. One larva can go through more than 200 pest insects in a single week, and across its full larval development, which lasts about 2 to 3 weeks, laboratory studies have documented consumption of over 400 aphids or more than 700 moth eggs from a single individual. It doesn't discriminate much either. Aphids, whiteflies, thrips, mealybugs, small caterpillars, spider mite eggs, all of it is on the menu. So you've got this incredibly efficient predator operating in your garden. And here's the thing that makes it even more interesting. Some lacewing larvae don't just hunt, they disguise themselves to do it better. Certain species pick up debris and pile it onto their backs. Dead aphid skins, plant fibers, soil particles, sometimes the waxy coating that aphids themselves produce, and they use this material as a cloak. Researcher Thomas Eisner tested this directly. He removed the debris from the backs of these larvae and watched what happened when they approached aphid colonies guarded by ants. The ants detected them immediately and threw them out. Then he put the debris back on. The larvae walked straight through the ant guards without a single reaction. The ants couldn't distinguish them from the colony's own waste. It's not accidental camouflage. The larvae are actively selecting and arranging materials to fool a specific predator. And this behavior isn't new. A lacewing larva was found preserved in amber from 110 million years ago, and it was carrying a debris packet on its back made of fern hairs. The researcher who studied it made the point that there's a big difference between having things accidentally stick to you and deliberately selecting materials from your environment to construct a disguise. This larva was doing the second thing 110 million years ago. There are fossil relatives going back even further, around 165 million years, already mimicking lichens. This lineage has been running sophisticated camouflage operations since before flowering plants existed. If you're finding this as fascinating as I am, stick around because we're not done. Drop a comment below and tell me if you've ever actually spotted lacewing eggs in your garden. Those tiny stalked eggs are unmistakable once you know what you're looking for, and I want to know how many of you have seen them without realizing what they were. Speaking of those eggs, everyone mentions that lacewing eggs are off stalks, but almost nobody explains why, and the reason is actually elegant. The stalk solves two completely separate problems at once. First, it lifts the egg off the surface and away from ant patrols, which are constantly moving through aphid colonies protecting their food supply. Second, it prevents the newly hatched larvae from immediately eating each other, because lacewing larvae are cannibalistic, and a freshly hatched larva will absolutely consume an unhatched sibling if it can reach one. The stalk puts physical distance between eggs so the first larva to hatch can move away before the others emerge. The female secretes each stalk from a gland at the tip of her abdomen in seconds, and it dries almost instantly into a rigid thread holding the egg 8 to 12 millimeters off the surface. Under magnification, they look genuinely architectural. It's a structure that solves a predator problem and a sibling rivalry problem simultaneously, and it happens in seconds. Now the adults, the green-winged, golden-eyed insects you actually see, have their own strange biology worth knowing about. In autumn, Chrysopola carnea does something that still isn't fully understood. As the days get shorter, the insect's body changes color. It goes from green to reddish-brown, and it stays that way through winter while it hides in leaf litter, bark crevices, or the corners of sheds and garages. Come spring, it turns green again. Scientists know the trigger is day length, not temperature. It's a photoperiod response. But the exact biochemical process driving a color change in a fully formed adult insect is still not completely worked out. It's one of those things where we know what's happening but not entirely how, which is surprisingly common in entomology once you start looking. And then there's something even stranger that was only confirmed recently. Adult lacewings harbor a yeast species called Mechnikawia crystalpearlia that exists essentially nowhere else in nature. It was found in adults and in their eggs, suggesting the mother passes it to her offspring. A 2023 study in Japan tested 58 adult lacewings across 9 species and found that every single one carried Mechnikawia gut yeasts, and some of those yeasts were entirely new species, unknown to science before that study. Here's the part that makes this genuinely weird. None of these yeasts were found in the larvae at all. So the adult has an exclusive microbial passenger that disappears during the larval stage and then somehow reappears in the adult. What these yeasts do for the insect, whether they help with digestion, immunity, reproduction, or something else entirely, is still largely a mystery. One more thing before we wrap up, because this one is just too good to leave out. Green lacewings have a 2-stage defense system against bats. When a hunting bat's echolocation calls reach a flying lacewing, the insect folds its wings and drops into a nosedive, pulling itself out of the bat's acoustic field before the bat can get a precise lock. That's stage 1. But if the bat does manage to detect the falling lacewing and goes into its final attack buzz, that rapid-fire echolocation pulse bats use right before a strike, the lacewing can extend its wings momentarily in a last-chance evasion maneuver triggered specifically by that high repetition rate. 2 distinct responses, each triggered by a different phase of the bat's attack. That's not a simple reflex. That's a layered defensive protocol built into the insect's nervous system. So let's bring this together, because we covered a lot of ground. The green lacewing you see in your garden is probably one of at least 20 species you can't visually distinguish. Its larvae kill hundreds of pest insects per week using hollow sickle mandibles that inject and extract in under 90 seconds. Some of those larvae disguise themselves in aphid debris to sneak past ant guards, a behavior that's at least 110 million years old. The eggs are engineered to solve 2 separate survival problems at once. The adult changes color in autumn through a mechanism science hasn't fully cracked. It carries exclusive gut yeasts that vanish in the larval stage and reappear in adults. And when a bat attacks, it runs a 2-step evasion sequence based on the bat's own acoustic signals. You came into this video knowing it was probably a good bug to have around. You're leaving knowing it's one of the more sophisticated organisms operating in your garden, and that it's been doing this, quietly, for longer than most of the plants it protects have existed on this planet. If you want to go deeper on beneficial insects that most people misidentify or kill by accident, I've got a video on that you'll want to watch next. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is the kind of content we make here, the stuff that actually changes how you look at the natural world around you. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming. And seriously, drop a comment. Have you seen lacewing eggs in your garden? I read every single one.